So today we're going to do a Vinyasa yoga class to really open up the sides of the body, do some nice twists to kind of help us detox, stay healthy, and to kind of expand our capacity for breathing. We have these muscles in between our ribs called the intercostal muscles, so we're going to do a lot of work on those to get them nice and open so we can breathe really expansively, create more space for our breath. Really important right now to keep our immunity high, to keep ourselves healthy, for our heart health, our lung health. So that's what we're going to focus on today, and it's going to just be really stretchy and pleasurable is my plan. Started 2 times this week. Good. I mean, there's so many resources online right now for yoga. It's a great time to start a practice. And so good for our well-being when many of us stuck at home. So we're going to start in a seat. So grab something underneath your seat, something to sit tall on. Can be a blanket, can be a pillow from your couch or your bed. And bring your palms to press in the center of your chest. For those that have just joined in, hi from Dubai. Hi everyone. For those of you just joined in, it's a Vinyasa practice today, 20 to 30 minutes, and I'm Bettina from Mihi, guiding you today on this practice. So find your seat. Bring your palms to press in the center of your chest. And let your eyes close or just let them relax to look down towards the floor in front of you so your face starts to become really relaxed. We're just going to take a few breaths together here to start to tune into the body, to tune into the breath. So take a deep breath in, filling all the way up to your belly, and then exhale it out. Another deep breath in. And exhaling. And on this next breath, you're going to raise your palms up towards the sky, letting the inhale carry your prayer up towards the ceiling, up towards the heavens. And then exhale to draw a line down your center with your pressed hands, coming right back down to your heart center. And we're going to do 3 more rounds like this. Inhaling to lift, really stretching through the elbows, really lifting your chest up. Exhale to bring the palms down to the center of the chest. 2 more rounds like this. Inhale, lift up high, stretch. And exhale, simple breathing exercise to help us arrive in this space, arrive in our practice. Last one, inhale, lift. Longest stretch yet, and exhale, bring your hands down towards your chest. Good. Now inhale, lift your palms up towards the sky again. And now you're going to twist over towards your left. So bring your right hand to your left knee. Your left hand will tent up behind you. And you'll exhale to twist your chest over towards the left, looking past your left shoulder. And feel like that twist is starting from the very base of your spine and turning you towards the back of the room. And use your inhales to lift up a little taller, to sit a little bit higher in your seat. And your exhales to turn your chest a little bit deeper towards the back of the room. Start to bend your right elbow towards your right knee, and your left arm will come up and over the ear for a nice side stretch. So you'll feel a long stretch in that left side of your body. Reach with your left hand. Bend that right elbow a little bit more to get even a bigger stretch and fill that left side of your body with breath. So you're really stretching out those left intercostal muscles here. Look up towards the sky. And then sweep your hand back down towards the floor, back towards your twist, coming out as we came in. Inhaling all the way up to center, palms press, and down through the center of your chest. Hello to those who have just joined in. We've just started, so you have plenty of time to come into the class with us. You're not late, don't worry. Inhale, lift your palms up again, and exhale, twist over towards the right now. So left hand comes to the right knee. The right hand tense up behind you on fingertips. And again, your inhales lift your chest up as you turn your chest towards the back of the space. Taking a few more rounds of breath here. Using each exhale to turn a little bit deeper. Your gaze is over your back shoulder, so I'm looking at you, but you're looking away from me. And then start to bend that left elbow down towards the left knee, and the right arm sweeps up and over the ear, reaching over towards the left side. So you start to feel that big, juicy stretch on your right ribs. Good. Just leaning forward so I can see your comments. Nice. So extend through that right side, reach with your right hand. And come all the way up to center again, palms press up above the head, and draw the prayer down through the center of the chest. Bring the hands down to the knees now, taking a moment to just feel that openness in the sides of your body. And now you're going to come up off of of what you're sitting on, and you're gonna set up into all fours. So your hands are gonna line up right underneath your shoulders. Your knees are gonna set up right underneath your hips. And on your inhale, you're gonna open the chest. And on the exhale, you're gonna round the spine, bringing your belly button in towards your spine, puffing up between your shoulder blades. And then inhale to open the chest again. And exhale to round. Take a few more rounds like this. I'll go sideways so you guys can see how it looks from the side. It's just a really nice, easy stretch to bring flexibility to the spine. If you do one yoga pose every day, let it just be this one. It'll bring a lot of health and vitality to your spine. So take a few more rounds like that on your own breath, letting your inhales open you up and your exhales close you in. And then lift up onto your fingertips as if you're making little tents with your hands. So your palms are lifted out as your fingertips are pressing down. And now we're gonna go side to side. So on the inhale, you're gonna look over towards your left, bring your left hip towards your face. So you're stretching out that right rib. And then over towards the other side, gazing over towards your right hip. And so just kind of wagging your tail and wagging your head side to side. Almost as if you're trying to wiggle your waist out longer, become a little bit taller in the spine. Continue a few rounds like this. We're just moving our spine around in lots of different directions to start to bring some flexibility and openness to it. And then come back to center, bring your palms back down flat onto the ground, and you're gonna bring your right leg out towards the side. So toes are pointing forward, and the leg is right in line with your hip. So it's sticking straight out to the side. Foot is flat down. And you can stay down on pressed palms or come back onto those lifted palms if you like, and just start to take some big circles here. Just sort of circling yourself around, starting to bring some movement to that right hip joint. We hold a lot of tension in our hips, especially when stuck at home or sitting at computers a lot. You know, it's an area of the body that can hold a lot of emotion and a lot of tension. So take this time to start to circle around. We do this a lot in class at Nihi Sumba. I learned it from some teachers of mine in New York at Sky Ting. It's kind of like you're a cat that's about to pounce forward. It's a very primal movement, feels good. And then start to circle in the opposite direction, whichever direction you didn't do the first time. Start to turn it around the other way, just opening up that right hip. And you might notice that as you circle around, you start to gain a little bit more access into that hip. You start to open up a little bit more. That happens a lot in yoga. All right, come back to center, and you're gonna walk your hands in towards you. Bring your hands to your hips, and start to slide your right hand down your leg. Your left arm is gonna come up and over the ear, finding that nice big side bend on the left side. We're really working on the sides of the body and getting them nice and open today. So breathe into that left lung, reach, this is the gate pose. Stretch your foot away from you, stretch your hand away from you. You're trying to take up a lot of space with this pose. And then sweep that top hand all the way down towards the floor. So we're going in the opposite direction now. Maybe you have to scooch that foot into you a little bit. Left palm presses down on the floor, right arm lifts up. So now you're in a supported side plank, and you can bring the right arm up and over the ear to stretch the other side of the body. So you're stretching on that right side now. You're pressing into the outer edge of the right foot so that you feel a long extension down the whole right side of the body. If you want more of a challenge, you can bring a balance into it, lifting that right leg up and really stretching the right foot away from the right hand. That whole right side of the body splits apart, reaching, and then come back out the way you came in, come back through the side supported plank, come back up through center, bring that right knee back underneath your right hip, and come back to your all fours, taking one round of cat and cow here, just fleshing it out, and coming back to center. So now it's the left leg that's gonna come out to the side. Foot is flat, toes are facing forward towards me, and start to walk yourself up onto that right knee. Hands start on the hips. That left hand starts to slide down the leg, right arm comes up and over the ear. And again, really reach with that right hand, really press down with your right toes so that you feel that long stretch on this whole side of your body. Tone your navel in towards your spine and reach, relaxing your shoulders down your back for that gate pose on the other side. Using your breath to inflate that right lung, to stretch the right side of your body, and then come all the way back up to center, and your right hand is going to come down towards the floor. So you're just tick-tocking over to the other side. Right hand presses down onto the floor. Maybe the left foot scooches in towards you a little bit more, and then the left arm starts to come up and over the ear, so you're stretching the left side of the body now. So reach with that left hand, pull back towards your heel with your left hip, so you're really extending that side. And if you want more again, you can always lift that leg up and really split yourself apart in both directions, kicking out through left foot and reaching through right hand, like you're trying to stretch out the whole left side of your body. You can even imagine that there's someone pulling on your foot and someone pulling on your hand, and you're just getting that nice juicy stretch on your left side. And come back the way you came in, coming back through the side plank, coming back up through center, pulling that left knee back underneath you, and bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, taking one round of cat and cow here. And come back to center. I see you're all making a lot of comments. It's hard for me to see from over here. Thank you guys, hi. All right, so now we're gonna press back into a downward facing dog. So walk your hands forward about one hand print ahead of the shoulders, tuck the toes, and lift your hips up and back to downward facing dog. Bend the knees, kind of pedal the dog out, sort of taking it for a walk. And then land in your dog, lift your hips up high, lift your hips up really, really high, and bend the knees a bit so that the weight comes off of your hands. And spin your upper arms out and around so that the shoulders relax down the back. And then you're gonna lift your right leg up into the air and bend the knee to open up the hip. And so this left shoulder has a tendency to kind of flop down when we do that. So lift through your left shoulder as you lift through your right knee. Nice big stretch. And then step that right foot all the way forward alongside the thumb. You can always use your right hand to help you get there. Back knee will come down, untuck the back toes, and then sweep your arms up towards the sky for Anjaneyasana, reaching through the elbows, reaching through the fingertips. And then catch your left wrist with your right hand and turn over towards the right, stretching out your left lung, Good. And continue to press through those back toes and come all the way back towards center. Bring your hands down to frame the front foot. Left hand presses down, back toes tuck. Lift the back knee, lift the right hand up towards the sky for a twist, looking up towards that hand. And then swim that hand forward and down, framing the front foot, stepping all the way back to downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in, and exhaling now to lift the left leg up towards the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Lift through that right shoulder, that right armpit. Keep your shoulders square towards the mat, lift through your left knee, and then step all the way forward to your lunge. Left foot alongside left thumb, back knee comes down, back toes untuck, so all of your back toes, all of your right toes are down on the mat. Inhaling to lift your arms up towards the sky for Anjaneyasana, and then grab your right wrist this time with your hand and arch over towards the left. So big opening on the right side here. Breathing into that right lung. One more deep breath in here. Inflating on that right side, and come all the way back up towards center. Bring the hands up towards the sky. Hands come down to frame the front foot. Right hand plants down, back toes tuck, lift the back knee, and lift the left arm up towards the sky for a twist, turning your chest and your gaze towards the ceiling, pressing down into the left hand to lift higher through the right hand, swimming that hand all the way down to frame the front foot, and stepping back to downward facing dog. This time bringing your knees down to the mat as wide as your mat. Toes come into touch. We're coming into a child's pose. So let this be an active child's pose. Your head will be down. I'm just looking up so that you can hear my voice. Let your forehead ground down on the mat. Let your elbows be lifted and come up onto those fingertips again. So you have your palms lifted again. So you're really active in this child's pose. Your hips are driving back towards your heels. And then start to walk yourself over towards the right side. So over towards 2 o'clock. And crawl your fingertips out as far as you can, especially those right ones so that you're not crunching too much. And pull back through your left hip. So it's a nice big stretch on your side. Let your head relax down towards the mat. Breathe into that left lung. Good, and then start to crawl your fingertips over towards the other side. And pull that right hip back. Okay, really crawl forward for the left fingertips now. Now you're at 10 o'clock. Feel that stretch on both sides of your waist. Relax your head down, good. Pull that right hip back. And then come all the way back to center and just relax into a normal child's pose. Now your elbows can come down to the mat. You can just relax for a moment, feeling that grounding, breathing down into the floor. And then press your hands and you're gonna come back into downward facing dog. And just take a slow little walk towards the front of your mat. So we're gonna meet each other in a forward fold at the front of the mat. Feet are hips width distance apart. You can take 2 fists between your arches to measure that out. So just place your 2 fists in between your arches. Bend your knees a little bit so that you can kind of all go sideways so that you can see. Bend your knees so you can start to get that contact between the belly and the upper thigh. That'll create safety for your spine. It'll keep you from kind of rounding like this. So bend the knees a little bit. Hold your opposite elbows and swing from side to side. Letting the neck release, saying no with the head. And then bring that right hand down towards the mat. Tent up right underneath your face. If you need to build the floor up towards you, you can always use your blanket or whatever you were sitting on to bring the floor up to you. And with your left hand, you're gonna start to, on your inhale, sweep the hand back like you're drawing a big circle. Inhaling to look up. Suspend your breath for a moment, and then complete the circle with your exhale, circling that hand all the way down. So you're going for a little swim. You're gonna switch hands, left hand down, right hand starts to sweep back behind your hip until you look all the way up towards that hand, and then swim that hand down towards the floor, and switch. We'll do one more round on each side. Inhaling to lift up, exhaling to swim the hand down. Other side, inhale, lift, and exhale to swim down. Just fold over your legs. Now bend your knees a lot and one vertebra at a time. Start to roll yourself up like you're unrolling a magnificent scroll, coming all the way up to stand, taking some big shoulder rolls when you get to the top. Letting your chest open. Letting your feet ground down into the mat, maybe bringing the feet together underneath you. Let your palms face forward towards me. Let your shoulders be relaxed. Close your eyes for a moment and just feel that energy circulating in your body. Just those, 15 minutes of movement that we've done can make so much of an effect, a physical, chemical effect in the body that can feel really, really pleasant and exhilarating and vibrant. So just feel that for a second. Notice how you're doing. And then sweep your arms up towards the sky. You're gonna hook your thumbs together. Lift your right heel up as if you're in a high heel shoe on the right foot and arch over towards the right, opening up that left lung. We're doing a lot of this today for the sides of the body. Inhale, come back towards center. Switch which thumb is on top. Switch feet. Now the left foot comes into a high heel shoe. Come over towards the left side now, inflating through that right side of the body. Inhale, come back to center, switch feet again. Keep the thumbs as they are this time. One more time on the right side. Tick-tocking left and right, come back towards center. This time switch the thumbs again so we even out completely on both sides. Over towards the left, inflate through that right lung. Inhale, coming all the way back to center, look up. And then bring your palms down towards your chest. Come up onto tippy toes. And imagining that there's a wall, a glass wall right behind you, you're gonna slowly slide down. So really engage your belly. The slower you go, the more work it is, the more strength you build, the more balance you build. So slide down, slide down, slide down, slowly, 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 until your seat comes towards your heels. And then start to lower your heels. Try to keep your bum lifted as you lower your heels, lower your heels, lower your heels. And then come down to sit. I'll go sideways so you guys can see better. Your sit bones are grounding on the floor. Your hands are holding on top of your knees. You're lifting through the chest. Start to lean back until your feet float off the floor. We're coming into boat pose. Lifting through the chest. I don't want to see any rounding in the back, so make sure you're really broad and your collarbones really lifted. And you can stay right here. If you need more support, you can bring the hands underneath the knees. If you're feeling really strong, engage your belly like crazy, lift through your chest like crazy, maybe float your hands alongside as if you're holding 2 glasses of champagne or orange juice or whatever it is that you like to drink. Zumba Mule, I miss those. And if you want to take it even further, you can play with straightening the legs. And exhale, bring your feet down towards the mat. Give yourself a little hug of the knees. And come back up to sit. Bring your legs long in front of you. Just have one more pose on both sides to do here. You're gonna bring your right knee into your chest and open it towards the side like a butterfly wing. Press the right foot into the left thigh. Use your fingertips to sit your hips back a little bit. If you need, you can always put the blanket under your hips if you're feeling a little bit rounded in your lower back. Turn your chest towards your extended left leg, then start to walk down over that left leg, keeping the chest lifted. So chest is lifted, you're kicking into that left foot. Maybe the hands are on the mat, maybe they're on the leg, maybe they reach the foot, wherever you are is fine. Lift through your chest. And then come all the way back up to sit. Bring your right hand outside of your right hip. Lift your hips up towards the sky for a side plank for a moment, really inflating through that left side, and then come all the way down to sit and switch the legs. Right leg comes forward, left leg folds in, open the knee to the side, left foot presses against the right thigh, turn your chest towards the right. Start to walk your hands down, any amount. Hands can again be on the mat, on the shin, on the leg somewhere, or maybe you reach all the way towards that foot. Wherever your hands are, kick out through that right foot, pull back through your right hip, and lift through your chest. We're not folding in today. We're keeping the chest nice and lifted, nice and extended in the spine. Feeling that crease in the right hip as you pull your chest forward. And then bring your left hand outside of the left hip and lift up through the hips for that side plank on the other side, reaching back with the right hand. And come all the way back to sit. This time pulling both of your legs into cross. If you have time for a Shavasana at home and you'd like to take that, you may. You'll just come down to lying down with your legs spread apart, your arms away from your body, palms facing up. And just kind of ignore my voice and just relax. If you're staying with me, just come into this meditative seat to finish. Bring your palms to press in the center of your chest. Close your eyes or cast them down towards the mat for a moment. Feel that sense of relaxation washing over your body. Feel the sensations running through you. Feel the quality of your thoughts, of your emotions, of your breath. And take a deep breath in. And exhale it out through the lips. Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining for practice today.